Step 4, submitting an offer. So you and your agent have found the home that you love, and now it's time to put in an offer. What does that look like? You and your agent have more to discuss than just price. Here's a breakdown of the common items and terms that make up an offer. 1. Earnest money deposit, or as we refer to it, EMD. This is the amount of money you will be submitting to the settlement company to hold in an escrow account once you have a ratified contract on the home, and this is when the seller has accepted your offer. It shows the seller that you are invested in the property and is a sign of good faith towards the deal. The amount can vary from county to county and state to state on the price of the home. Though as a rule, the larger the EMD, the more attractive your offer will appear to the seller. All of these funds are counted as credits towards your down payment and closing cost at settlement. Generally, in the DMV, you're looking at around a 3% earnest money deposit. It's important to note that the title company will cash that check or wire and hold it in their escrow account, so any funds need to be liquid and available to make sure the deposit clears. 2. Sales price. You and your agent should look at comparable sold homes in the neighborhood and arrive at a price that you feel financially and emotionally comfortable with. Sometimes we're in multiple offer situations, and we may have to include something known as an escalation clause. An escalation clause will tell the seller how much you are willing to go above the next best offer to buy the home. Settlement company and date. It is up to you as the buyer to select a settlement company and date for closing, but your agent should check and see if the seller has a specific settlement date that they would prefer. If you do not have a settlement company you prefer to work with, your agent should be able to provide you with a selection to choose from. 4. Financial information. Along with your offer, you will have to provide proof of funds, showing you have the financial ability to purchase the property. If you're planning to pay cash for the property, then a bank statement showing funds or a letter from your financial advisor would be required. If you'll be getting a loan to purchase the home, then you will need a pre-approval letter from your lender for the purchase price of the property. Contract contingencies. When you submit your offer, you will also have to include any contingencies that you are asking for in the contract. These contingencies are here to protect you and your earnest money deposit for the duration you are under contract. An example of some common contingencies you will have to consider to include are: number 1, home inspection. It is always in your best interest to conduct a home inspection on a property when you wish to purchase. A licensed home inspector will go through the home and note any issues with the property. The price of an inspection varies greatly on the size of the home, but on average between $400 to $600. Buyers pay the inspector on site at the time of service. Radon. Radon is an odorless and colorless gas that can cause different types of cancer. Radon is easy to test for and not overly expensive to fix if it's found. Remediation usually costs between $800 to $1,500, and the EPA recommends a radon level below 4.0 to be safe. Anything above, they recommend remediation. Due to the change in new legislation in 2016, some properties will now require a radon test to be conducted prior to settlement by the seller, but the buyer can elect to put in a radon contingency if they prefer to perform the test themselves. This is not applicable on condo associations or properties in the city, which are units. Most commonly, this is performed on townhomes or single-family properties in the DMV. Financing. Your financing contingency protects you if you are unable to qualify for the loan you have applied for. This will be applicable, for example, if you lost your job during the transaction. At the beginning of the pre-approval process, the lender is going to look at the majority of the documents before providing a pre-approval. So this is just to protect you from any ongoing things moving forward throughout the contract. Appraisal. An appraisal is required by a lender for most properties on which you are looking to get financing. An independent third-party appraiser will come out and visit the property. They will look at the individual home, the sales price, and the comparable sold homes in the area to determine their opinion of value. Should the house not appraise at the sales price or higher, it allows you the option to negotiate with the seller.